Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World, and I'm Blue Devil. What we got going on today is a video of 21 Savage on Clubhouse speaking some things that he's probably going to regret in the near future. But before we get into this video, if you guys are new to the Hater World, make sure you go over, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you guys like what I'm doing or whether you don't. And salute to all my day ones. You guys already know nothing but love. But check this out. We got this video of 21 Savage on Clubhouse straight ratting on himself and all his homeboys from his neighborhood, right? Pretty sad, to tell you the truth. When I heard it, I was like, please don't let it be 21. Please don't let it be 21, right? He finally got fucking he finally got played. He got played. But check this out. This video was sent to my Instagram at the Hater World. So if you don't follow me, make sure you do so. We post some behind the scenes footage and a bunch of other shit. So make sure you go over there and hit us with a follow. But other than that, I don't want to hold you guys too long. Let's go ahead and watch this clip entirely. Then we'll come back and break it down. So let's go ahead and give you guys a Southsiders reaction. Let's get it.
Mom, it's your whole life, so you can argue with Clubhouse. You keep letting all these Chicago boost your head up like y'all ain't that in real life, man. Stop playing.
Then that sounds like a few I know from the rag. All right, bro. So you saying y'all undefeated on this side? Y'all ain't shooting no loss.
Man, everything we beef with, 30 of they is smoke, and don't nothing happen to us. In real life, it's real life. Man, hey, look, Cap, you from Chicago. I advise you to shut the fuck up. I advise you to shut up, because that spanking. So stop playing.
Is that all that sounds?
Y'all ain't spanking nothing. That's the only thing y'all ever did. That's one. Alright, how many? Hey, look. Alright, look. Now, if y'all couldn't hear.
You guys heard that? I know I heard it loud and clear. This video is going viral everywhere for 21 Savage being played and conned into saying the things that he said. You know, I feel he got played. I feel they pulled him into the whole Clubhouse bullshit, and he got so angry he ran his fucking mouth. Now that's gonna be very costly. Hopefully not, right? But let's go ahead and rewind this, and then we'll chop it down and break it up and get you guys a Southsiders reaction.
Let's go. On this moment, your whole life, so you can argue with Clubhouse.
He said, you've been waiting your whole life for this moment to argue with somebody on Clubhouse. Listen, I fuck with 21. You know, when I heard that this was going around, I was like, please don't let it be 21. And the reason I said that, because I really fuck with him heavy. Not only does he have a whole music career that's really lit, it ain't like a lot of these musicians out there that got some sorry ass music. He got some fire ass music, but his whole persona, you know, it's tight as fuck, right? So I like, please don't let him be pulled in by the drama on Clubhouse, right? And he said right now, you've been waiting your whole life for a moment like this to argue with a motherfucker on Clubhouse. Well, believe it or not, 21, I'm non-biased here, and you're arguing on Clubhouse too, my boy. Regardless of how you want to look at the other guy, whether he's broke or rich, you're arguing with the motherfucker on Clubhouse too. So you in the same motherfucking boat. Let's go.
You keep letting all these Chicago boost your head up like y'all ain't that in real life, man. Stop playing.
Then that sounds like a few I know from the rag. All right, bro.
He said, you letting all these motherfuckers boost your head up, right? And that happens every day. Listen, there's motherfuckers in the comments all the time trying to boost a motherfucker up, right? Trying to boost a motherfucker to fight. Listen, when I go lives on Saturdays and Sundays, I got the same people in there, right? I got a couple of guys, the same guys every weekend asking me, what do you think about these other podcasters? And they'll mention 2 names. What do you think about these guys? What do you think about these guys? And they're trying to pump me up to say some stupid shit, right? They're trying to pump me up to be like, man, fuck those guys. Or fuck those dropouts. Or fuck those nobodies. They're trying to pump me up, you know. But I think they tend to forget that I'm not a child, I'm not a kid, I'm not in my teens. You can't play me. You know, I see that shit coming from a mile away. But there's a lot of gullible motherfuckers that'll play right into that shit, run their mouth, and you know the other people that they're being asked about will feel a certain type of way, and they'll just go back and forth. And now that little retard in the middle that made the comment is sitting back just watching the content, right? Nah. Be smart. To every content creator out there, be smart and don't let these comments fool you or pump you up. Let's go.
So you saying y'all undefeated on this side? Y'all ain't took no loss.
Man, every we beef with, 30 of they is smoke, and don't nothing happen to us. In real life, it's real life.
That was the part that everyone's talking about. Somebody asked so you don't take no losses in Atlanta, right? And 21 clearly said it out of his own mouth. So I don't want to hear nobody in the comments talking about dry snitch. Okay? Because this man said it himself. He said, everyone we beef with, 30 of their fools die, their homies, their loved ones die, and none of us get touched. Facts, right? Now, a lot of you guys out there might be like, oh, 21's lying because there's no way there's only bloodshed on one side. Listen, I'll tell you guys like this, and to those that know, and to those that don't know, you're going to learn today. You always take losses in the streets, all right? You always take losses. There's no gang out there that's untouchable, okay? Everyone takes losses and wins, right? Even the hardest motherfucker that you might think that's just like at the top of the top, right? Prestige. He's taking losses. Because the way you get blasted at, you go and blast motherfuckers. The way you go and beat some fool up and jump him with your homeboys is the way you're going to get jumped and beat. It's part of the game, right? So there's losses all over the board. It don't make you weak. It don't make you soft. All it means is that you're playing the game, right? All right. But I will say this. And I'll say this because I've actually know a little bit about this. There is gangs out there that have members that are weak as fuck. And the whole gang might not be weak, but certain parts of the gang itself might be weak as fuck, right? And let me say this, even though I don't want to incriminate myself, and really I can't because the statute of limitations on a lot of things are long gone, right? As far as for me. 21 right here is saying things that are probably still happening right now. That's the difference. The difference is that he's speaking up on things right now that are probably active as fuck. As far as with me, I'm sort of a dinosaur, so, you know, those activities are long gone. But I will say this. There was a point in time where we were beefing with a certain section of another gang, and we were up like 40-0. You know, we were up like 40-0. And the people we're beefing with, it wasn't that the whole hood was soft. It was just that section we were beefing with wasn't really, you know, fuck, how can I say? It wasn't really with the function. You know, maybe their big homies were locked up. Maybe the active ones were gone. Maybe, you know, it could be a whole factor of things, right? But we were up like 40-1. And we were up like 40-0. And then finally, at the very end, one of us got hit and it became 40-1, right? But I didn't consider that gang soft at all. I considered that section. Because if you guys know, gangs have different cliques, different parts of the city. You know, it ain't... Sometimes you might beef with a clique instead of with the whole gang, right? So we were up like 40-1. So when Savage says right here, we're out there fucking killing 30 of their homeboys and they ain't doing shit in return, I believe it. I fucking believe it. I believe it. But I will tell you this. Don't underestimate that shit. Because there's going to be a point in time where that 30-0, one of them fools is going to be fed up with it and say, you know what? Fuck that. He thinks that we some soft motherfuckers. right? Or one of them's gonna get out of prison, a hitter, or one of the little homies gonna say, you know what, bro, I'm gonna crash out. Fuck that, and they might just go after the head of the snake, you know. So I believe it. I believe it. And the only thing I don't like here about what 21 said was that he spoke. It sounds like he's speaking on things that are still active. That is the scary part. And to those that don't know, statute of limitations for everything besides murder is 7 years. So anything after 7 years is old news. They don't give a fuck about it unless it's murder and I believe kidnapping. But those that know the law more than me, let me know down below. Alright, but let's keep listening. See what else they got my boy on.
Man, hey, look, Cap, you from Chicago. I advise you to shut up. I advise you to shut up, because that spanking. So stop playing.
Is that all that sounds?
Y'all ain't spanking nothing. That's the only thing y'all ever did. That's what?
He said Chicago ain't spanking shit, that they're being spanked. I don't believe that. Listen, I believe that we get to see what everybody in Chicago wants to show us, right? They want to show us what everybody wants to talk about King Von and what he's done, right? But I bet you there's a bunch of hitters out there, a bunch of them that are not on YouTube, not on Instagram, not on social media. They're not anywhere on the internet at all. And they're out there committing crimes left and right that we don't know about because they're not on social media. I tell people all the time, you know, I'm only going to show you what I want to show you. That's it. That's it. So whatever you think you know, you probably don't know. And that goes for everybody on social media. Some people will show you that they're living fucking fancy lifestyles. And in true reality, they can't even pay rent. But we believe it, you know. Some will show you that they're killers. And in true reality, they're little bitches and pussies, you know. But we believe it. So I think 21 is speaking at a turn right there. I think he's speaking on something he probably knows nothing about. To speak on another county and another state like that without being from there is really foolish. Now, if you got an opinion, that's one thing. But trying to speak facts, that's not cool. Chicago is full of hitters. And at this moment, right now in time, somebody's probably getting smoked over there. Well, let's keep going. Check it out. That shit is over. Like I said, I'll say it again. I fuck with 21. Salute my boy all day. Number love. But I think he really got himself into some... I really think he got himself into a wreck on this one. Right now, with everything that's going on in Atlanta, with Young Thug and the whole YSL Rico case, you know, they might come after 21. Hopefully they don't. But with what he said now, all the DA, the district attorney, or whoever's in charge of these cases, all they gotta really do is this, and I'll put it to you guys like this. And I don't want to hear no dry snitching shit, because all it takes is one smart motherfucker to figure it out. All they gotta do is look at 21's gang, and he's probably in the gang file. All right, he's from this gang. Who do they beef with? They beef with all these people right here, right? And they just gotta narrow it down. All they gotta do is narrow down all the murders that on the opposite side of the spectrum, right? All right, cool. You got all these murders right here, and they beef it with this gang. You know, it's not hard, and I guarantee you that this right here, this recording here, is gonna be saved and tucked away in all those cases, right, for future use if needed. If needed. Maybe he's bullshitting. Let's hope that he's lying. Let's hope that he just says some shit to try to be cool. But listen. You know who I blame all this on? Mr. Wack 100, aka the Godfather of Clubhouse. Let me tell you why. Even though he don't get along with 21 Savage, even though they're enemies, at least, you know, extend that courtesy and say, you know what, my boy, you can do what the fuck you want to do, but I'm gonna just give you a heads up. Clubhouse, they record all these conversations, and I ain't trying to see you go down like YSL. So just keep that shit to a minimum, or we're gonna cut your mic. You know, you think he'd want to be here for the hip hop community, right? But in all true reality, that's why people start to wonder if Wack 100 is working with the cops or not. I really don't think he's working with the cops. I don't think it's beneficial to him. I don't think he wants to work with the cops. But I think he's the type of guy where he don't give a fuck what happens on Clubhouse, whether you snitch on yourself or not. When all true reality, it ain't his problem, right? It's the person that's running their fucking mouth. But at the same time, as much as he says that he's here for people in the rap community, or he's here to help, and the industry this and the industry that, you'd think that he'd give somebody a heads up. But fuck it. The godfather of Clubhouse don't give a fuck. Because you guys got to remember this. He also runs his mouth on situations and things that he's done, and they've never come for him. So who knows? Who knows what the fuck is going on? But other than that, I'm going to kill this video where Elaine call it a day. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Salute to 21. Hopefully this shit don't come back and bite him in the ass. Hopefully he can say that it was just a lie. Hopefully he can say that he was just trying to look good, right, for his rap career. But we all know that that shit don't work nowadays. So other than that, like I said, I'm going to kill this video where Elaine call it a day. Follow me on Instagram at The Hater World. And once again, I'm Blue Devil. This has been a Hater World production. And we out.